headphones on. What's going on, everybody? It's Ryan Kidd, and I am the Human B-Side, the only channel in the vinyl community that's too tough to die, the only channel that's stronger than dirt, baby. You're riding with the kid. It's time to testify. It is time to be somebody, baby. It is time to rock and roll. Right now, we're getting all wrapped up with the Mummies, stronger than dirt. Yeah, baby, what's happening out there, everybody? Thank you so much for riding with the kid. And I was thinking to myself, man, I gotta do a new video. It's time for a new video. And I was going down a list of ideas. I was scoping it out. I was, okay. Video idea number 1, convince the vinyl community that Beethoven put out the first punk record. Idea number 2, I was gonna rank all the Grateful Dead albums until I realized they all came in last. But then it dawned on me, I haven't done the Gonerfest 20 recap, baby. So it's time to do a little recap of one of the coolest rock and roll weekends of the year. A weekend of 1,000 stars, a weekend of 1,000 beers. And what a great time it was. And I'm going to play some of the records from some of the bands that I saw, show you some of the new records that I bought. And we're just going to have fun and hang out and talk about punk rock and roll music. Cheers, everybody. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for riding with the kid, baby. All right. Started off with the Mummies, Stronger Than Dirt. One of the bands that I got to cross off my bucket list. And the other one is playing behind me, the Kids, man. So that was an awesome thing. And before I get into the bands and play some tunes, I just want to say thank you to everybody who came up to me at the fest and gave me kind words about the channel. It was awesome to meet everybody and to hang out. It was awesome to see old friends, too, meeting up and catching up and all that stuff I hadn't seen since last year, and then making new friends. So cheers to everybody who I met, who I shared a beer with. It was a friggin' blast, and we're going to do it all again next year. But let's get into the rock, man. So I'm going to use the Gonerfest guide book. There's a little book here. The program to guide me through this video. And not everything I'm going to show you are records that I bought at the fest. I really didn't buy too many records, to be honest, because I already had a lot of the records of the bands that were playing. But I did buy a few. And I'm also going to play ones that I had before. We're just going to hang out and listen to some cool records. So I'm going to use this guide to kind of take it through the weekend and the bands and the fun and all that good stuff. And then we'll talk about some of the after parties. Whatever, we're just going to hang out and rock, baby. Cheers, everybody. Let's take the Mummies off. And we'll get into the first one, man. First band. Oh, no, my mask fell. Started on Thursday, man. Thursday afternoon. And the first band, let me find my my spot here. Here we go. So Thursday started with this band called Laundry Bats. Laundry Bats are really cool. They didn't have anything for sale. Would have bought it, but it was Jack Oblivion, Elisa Trout, and a guy from True Sons of Thunder. Just very minimal, primal, instinctual rock and roll. It was just a great way to start the weekend. But the next band I'm gonna play a song from. I finally got to see Alien Nose Job, and they got a new record coming out on Goner, and it's very like 60s influence. The Alien Nose Job is a chameleon of a band. You never really know, what he's gonna do next. But I really love the last record, so I'm gonna play a track off the last record, and we'll rock to that. Doing my best here. from this record here. I love this record, man. Stained Glass. Rock and Roll Rubbish Bin. I got to hear this one live, baby.
Rock and roll was born in 1956.
No one plays it right.
And it gives me the shits. 50 million players learning from the same song. They didn't hear the news. Tchaikovsky wasn't wrong. They're ripping off Chuck, but sounding like the Stones. They wanna be the Kinks. They wanna be Devo. One small step forwards and two giant leaps back. Behind every success, there is a Union Jack.
Now, what was cool about Alien Nose Job, they've kind of played songs from a bunch of different records, but they were doing an after party on Saturday and did an entirely different set. Now, I didn't go to that after party. I went to a different one, and I'll tell you about it. But this is like one of my favorite songs from the last record, and they played it at Gonerfest. That was pretty cool.
All the right chords and sing every song in key. They hop between each genre with the precision of a flea. But they play without the swing, they play without the soul. They concentrate on rock and forget about the roll. They package originality to put up on the shelf. But we all know what they're selling's an imitation of itself.
I love this record, man. It's like total like punk rock AC/DC. Just a great rock and roll record, man.
To innovate, not the other way around. A better tomorrow comes with finding a better sound. Thunderclap, Newman felt something in the air, but having only one hit single just doesn't seem fair. We're sick of Louie Louie, Sloopy and the rest. All copyright infringements that put us to the test. Make excuses for the theft, it's a singer, not the song. Pinpoint the moment when rock and roll went wrong.
Oh, yeah. It's a bopper, man. It's a great set. It was awesome to see them. And I wish I could have saw that after-party set. That would have been a blast. I went to a different party, though. But, yeah, Alien Nose Job. They played pretty early. I wish they would have played when the sun went down, man. But the next band I'm going to play you, this was, like I said, a bucket list band for me, and I was so pumped to see them. I won't play it because I've played it. I've played them on my channel so many times, and I've shown this record probably to, ad nauseum. I saw the kids, and I wanted to show this record. I got it signed. I thought that was pretty cool. I'm not big on signatures and stuff, but I said to myself, man, I'm probably never going to be able to see this band again. So I gotta bring the record to get it signed, man. And yeah, they're really nice, man. It was really cool to meet them. I was carrying it around in my tote bag like all day and all night, even through the set. So the cover got a little banged up, but that's okay. You don't play the covers, right? So fuck it. Great stuff, man. After that, the OCs played. I'm not too big on the OCs. I'm not a huge OCs fan. But because after the kids, I was like wiped out. I was going wild, man, going nuts, getting the little bloody Belgium. They played all the hits, man, like everything. It's funny because they started out their set like doing this weird like tuning thing. Like I don't know, they were tuning forever, and it seemed like a put on at one point. Like they're just fucking with us, and then they just blasted. The first song is the only song I didn't know, and the rest of them were just hits after hit. It was great, man. If they come around your town, man, you got to see them. Let's go through the rest of it. Jack of Heart played that night, too. They have a song on... there's like a little Gonerfest goodie bag they give you when you come in. They have a song. There's a 7-inch in there, and the song is actually really cool. And King Louie, I think he wrote it. Yeah, but we'll get to King Louie later. That was a great set. So Friday was the Australian invasion, man. And Optic Sync started it. Optic Sync is a really cool band. They're like a really cool way to start off the day because they're kind of like an onstage John Carpenter like music. Yeah, it's really cool, like techno-y kind of stuff, like really driving and puts you in a trance. It's pretty cool. But next was Vintage Crop, and I was really excited to see the Crop. And they didn't disappoint. Honestly, I think they're 10 times better live than they are on the record. But I did buy 2 Vintage Crop singles. I'll play one of them. I had this record, and I really, really liked this record. Kibitzer. And but I bought the 2 singles I didn't have from them. This is the new one. I gotta be honest, I'm not really too hyped on the new one. I think I might have to spend a little more time on it, or time with it. But this is an older one that I was missing, and I really like it. Company Man. Let's check out Company Man. It's hard to turn off the Alien Nose Job because it rocks so hard, man. There's a little Vintage Crop of Company Man from Melbourne, Australia. Right speed would help, right? Vintage Crop Live was fantastic. And I think my favorite part of the band was the bass player. He's just so fluent, and it's amazing bass lines, man. Really great. I think the core sound of that band emanates from that bass, but the deliberate vocal delivery, the short, choppy shock riffs, I love them. It was really fun. Don't be a company man. Yeah, so that was a cool single to get. I was really happy to be able to get some of their back catalog in there. And the Australian wave kept coming, and it wouldn't stop on Friday, and it continued with 1-800-Mikey. He played last year, and GT was at the Gonerfest. And, man, Mikey, this is another, like, the record is good, but live is just some of the best simple 3-chord rock and roll. And I loved it, man. I've had this record for a bit now. I'm gonna play a tune off of it. We're gonna rock. If you want to rock, you call 1-800-Mikey, baby. But use that number wisely. You only call if you really want to rock. Yeah. Have mercy on me. My peripheral vision is gone. So you can hang out with me, man. Hang on. All right. There we go. right, here's 1-800-Mikey with Plushie. If you can't bop to this, man, you can't bop to nothing. Just perfect garagey punk, a little bit of power pop. I've said it before, man. Mikey's got more hooks than a tackle box. Oh yeah, Mikey rocked it, man. Oh, and I forgot to tell you guys, if you haven't checked it out, go to my channel at the page where it's like it says shorts. I took like 1 million shorts of like bands from Gonerfest, because one thing I don't like doing is standing there. I can't film a whole set because a lot of the time I'm rocking, and you got to keep rocking, you got to keep moving and dancing and having fun. But like I noticed, like if I take like 1 minute clips each time, it's enough for me. I'm good with that. Kind of gives you a little snapshot. So go to the shorts section. Check them out. You can check out all these bands I'm talking about, and you can see them live right there from Gonerfest. Now, Saturday night, the Mikey played, 1-800-Mikey, and the next band I'm going to show you. Okay, so it was like the lineup was insane for the Saturday night after party. Oh, and I forgot to mention on Thursday. You got to listen to this. Thursday night, trying to decide which after party we go to. And Thursday night, somebody goes to me, hey, down the road, there's 2 guys from Sick Thoughts, and they're doing a Rolling Stones cover band called the Shitty Stones. So I mean, I love the Stones, you know. So like, I'll go to the show. I'll go see Shitty Stones, and it was, I mean, everybody was wasted, and I was drunk, and it was the perfect like drunk band because they played like all the Stones hits, but played like the choruses of them like 10 more times than you usually. Like it was like you can't always get what you want like 20 times in a row, but you had no problem raising a glass in the air and singing, and people were going wild. It was a blast. I did like Jack Oblivion played after them, which was a pretty cool treat to see him again. And but the Shitty Stones, it was great, and it was funny. Like I was like, they had T-shirts. I thought, okay, this is hilarious. Like I would love a Shitty Stones T-shirt. And I went up to a merch booth. Like I'll get a T-shirt, and they're like $25. You're fucking dreaming. If you think I'm paying $25 for a Shitty Stone shirt, I don't know. My cap at a Shitty Stone shirt was like $15, man. But it was such a fun after party. Maybe was that Friday night? I can't remember. It's either Thursday or Friday night. It was Friday night. Yeah, that's what it was. But Mikey played Goner, and then right after him was Ibex Clone from Memphis, really cool band. But then my favorite set of the whole weekend, I think it was my favorite over the Mummies, my favorite over the Kids. I'm going to play the record right now. the Australian baby.
Try to tell you what it's about, but you're not listening. You're not listening now. I know. Scream and shout. I can't handle it. I can't handle it. Don't you know what I'm about? I'm not listening. I'm not listening now. Close and open my mouth. I can't handle it. I can't handle it. Wanna talk to you, yeah. Tell you what you've done to me. I wait in line in the checkout queue, but you don't even know my name. You don't even know my name.
This set was so full of action,
It's about, but you're not
full of riffs, man.
not listening now. I know.
Signed, sealed, delivered. Every song was a hit, baby.
I can't handle it. No, you know what I'm about. I'm not listening. I'm not listening now. I'm close and open my mouth. I can't handle it. I can't handle it. I wanna talk to you, yeah. Tell you what you've done to me. I wait in line in the checkout queue, but you don't even know my name. You don't even know my name. You don't know my name.
I like the little breakdown here.
I wanna talk to you, yeah. Tell you what you've done to me. I wait in line in the checkout queue, but you don't even know my name. You don't even know my name. You don't know my name.
Yeah. That was Checkout Q. That's my favorite song, I think, from that record. That and Bus Stop. But it's hard to pick a song from that record because every song is literally just fantastic, man. He's Sydney's newest hitmaker. Ishko, baby. Everything he does is great, and it was so awesome to see the TV Repairman songs played. Played all the stuff from the 7 inches, and then the album was great. But then Saturday night, that's the after show I went to on Saturday. Listen to this lineup, okay? Real People opened, then it was Silicone Prairie, 1-800-Mikey, TV Repairman, Coffin, and then Snooper. Maximum rock and roll, man. It's like a dream lineup of newer punk rock bands. It was excellent. But yeah, I think TV was my favorite set of the evening, of the whole fest, I think. Yeah, but yeah, just excellent stuff. Like I said, great to hear those songs again. How come when Ishko plays an A chord and I play an A chord, it sounds better when he plays it? It doesn't make sense to me, man. A great tone, great guitar tone. And in Mikey's band, it was cool too to see like Buzz from RMFC playing in it. They played a TV Repairman too, I think. It's hard to put all those together. Oh, I failed to mention, I would have made this video sooner, but man, Monday, I came home from Gonerfest, and then Monday, I was devastated. Fever and chills. I was just done. I mean, I needed a week. I'm still I'm back on the buds now. Feeling good, but it took me a minute to get back to normal, man. But after TV Repairman, it was supposed to be Skull Practitioners, and when they came, no, they didn't come on. It was another band. It was the guy from Goner doing like a surprise set. I guess he was filling in for them or something. Something tricky happened. I don't know what it was, but after them was another one of my favorite sets and one of the loudest. There was 3 bands during Gonerfest that were so fucking loud that it would knock you backwards, man. It was great. And I played them on my last video, so I'm not going to play a song from them on this one. Because, we're trying to keep it at a certain time, whatever. But also from Sydney was Coffin. And if you don't have this record yet, man, you got to get it. I'll show you. Yeah, Coffin. often. Australia stops. Yeah, the Australian onslaught at Gonerfest on Friday night was out of control, but this is just the perfect amalgamation of like punk, heavy metal, just rock and roll. I mean, like it's something for everybody on here. And live, they were so fucking loud, and it was just great. And then their club show on Saturday night was wild, man. Really cool. But the people were going wild at the Gonerfest for them, kicking up dust for the boys from Sydney. And, yeah, they rock, man. That's I think this is my favorite record of the year. Did that TV Repairman come out this year? It's that in TV. Gotta be. I think this TV Repairman is on its like 4th pressing, so you can probably pick that up. They do like different color covers and stuff, so that's cool. Let's see what else we got here. Okay, so after Coffin was Sweeping Promises. Now, I found out about Sweeping Promises 2 years ago at Gonerfest, and I really, really liked them, and I'm going to play a track for them. They were excellent. The lead singer, I can't remember her name, but she's fantastic. She has an amazing voice. And musically, I love them too, but the voice separates it from like any band that I've heard recently, and I really like them. They have a new album, but I'm going to play something from the 2020 record because I really like it. It's called Hunger for a Way Out. Pauline Murray, polystyrene, maybe a little Kleenex. A little supercomputer in there. Tricky little tune there. Twitch to the tune of Sweeping Promises. Post-punky, you know. Recommend checking out that album, man. Hunger for a Way Out. It's great. The new one is really good too. I got it around here somewhere, but it's a really fun post-punky, great vocals. Like the vocals make it for me. I love them. But after Sweeping Promises was another of the three loudest bands was this band, and people were waiting for this set with bated breath. They've heard this band on record so much. We wanted to see if they could back it up live, and they did, man. I think they really did. I'm gonna cue up the next track. Thanks for hanging out with me, man. I hope you're enjoying the tunes, enjoying a little recap of the fest here, and we're gonna keep rocking. I got a few more to play, and we'll just keep rocking. Tell me what you like, or whatever, man. I appreciate all the comments and hanging out. And like I said before, man, it was so cool to meet so many people at the fest who were like into the channel and stuff. It meant the world to me. So cheers to everybody out there. Thank you. After all, this is just a labor of love, Niccolo style, a labor of lust, maybe. Oh, after this one, I got a heavy one for you. This band at the fest was loud as fuck. It's Civic, baby. You couldn't help but just grab the person in front of you and shake. Yeah, Civic delivered on it in a big way, man. A giant wall of sound. It was tough, baby. TUFF. Civic, man. Like I said, we were all the Americans were standing there, we were waiting. We heard it on wax, man. We heard the tracks before, but we didn't know what it was going to be like live. And it was a wall of sound that would just like coughing, knock you backwards. But neither one of those bands were the loudest. And we're going to get to the loudest band, baby. But now we're going to go. That was Friday night. Saturday night, the Gories played after Civic. And it's kind of tough because I like the Gories a lot. I do. And it was just a weird dynamic because Civic was so fucking loud and aggressive that afterwards, like, the Gories were heavy in their own way, but it sounded like nothing compared to what you just heard for the last 45 minutes. So it's a kind of a tough act to follow when you have a band that loud, But it'd be like me following Motorhead. It's kind of tough. But Saturday, man. Saturday was a rocker, too. I think Friday night was my favorite night, though, of the fest. But let's go to Saturday. Oh, yeah, okay. So the first one, you're going to laugh. This is great. This is a little out of my wheelhouse, okay? And I'll say this much. So, I was talking about that Gonerfest goodie bag, right? That you got the 7-inch, you get the program, a little tote bag or whatever. They also gave you this a mask here, right? This is pretty cool artwork there. Yeah. Oh, man. King Kong in it. They give you this little mask here, but on the back is all the bands in the lineup, So Saturday, the first band was supposed to be Trampoline Team, right? That's Drew Owen. and company. And I love those singles, man. Kill You for a Kroner. That shit rules, man. But they didn't play. It was Drew Owens' other band called Evil Tree. I guess this is kind of like black metal style. But it fucking ruled, man. I bought the record, and I'm going to play a track for you right now. That's right. This might be the first black metal track ever played on the kids' channel, man. Evil Tree. And I really enjoyed the record. I can't show you the label of the record or the insert because it'll get me booted off the tube faster than that Joyce McKinney Demon Preacher cover. But, yeah, this was Evil Tree. Drew Owens, you have Total Hell, the new wave of shitty heavy metal. This is the newer wave of shitty heavy metal. Evil Tree. Tunes galore today, baby. I want to play the track I like. I think it's called Swamp Funeral. Yeah. I think it's the second. Swamp Funeral. There it is.
Bury the body.
Swamp Funeral, Evil Tree, live and unrooted at Gonerfest 20. Evil Tree, Moon Maniac on Neon Taste out of Canada, right? It's a swamp funeral, it's your death. Yeah, you gotta put some spikes on for this one. It's a swamp funeral. It's your death, baby. And that was Evil Tree, the song Swamp Funeral. But when they played on Saturday, I swear that set was like 15 minutes long. Like, couldn't have been any longer than that. But it was great, man. I got a short of that up on the channel if you want to check that out. So after them was a band from Japan called The Smog. Pretty catchy garage stuff. I thought they were pretty good, you know. A real surprise for me was a band played at 3:45 called the Cool Jerks. And Jack Oblivion was in that band too. And I had never seen them live. And they were fucking fantastic, man. They opened with Nervous Eaters, Loretta. Okay, but after that, it was just like an onslaught of great rock and roll and garage. They were fantastic, man. I mean, probably the best surprise band for me of the fest. And they have a record. I think it came out. It's either the late 90s or early 2000s. I would love to get, especially after seeing that set, man. Here's an interesting band that played after them. A band called Lewisburg. Lewsberg. Lewisburg is really cool, and they're a different vibe, man. Like, you've got all this, like, you had Drew Owen playing the black metal wild shit, Smog playing the garage, the Cool Jerks just ripping rock and roll tunes. Lewisburg was kind of like this like Velvet Underground-y kind of style, and it kind of threw me for a loop. I thought they were great. I thought they were really cool. After that was King Louie. The Bill Orcutt. Bill Orcutt played some wild shit, man. Like some wild guitar stuff. It's very avant-garde, if I should say, and maybe not necessarily up my alley. But you know what? It's kind of nice to. Honestly, I went and ate a hamburger when he played, but I heard it. It was cool. But then it was King Louie, the King Louie Memorial Family Tribute Band, and I'm going to talk about that later. I'm going to tell you the third band that out of the three that were the fucking loudest, and they were number one. The loudest band at Gonerfest 20 was Poison Ruin. That band lit it up, man. And I love this record here. I love this record, man. It's got sent to my friend Alan sent me this record, and I got Dungeness, dude. This Dungeon synth, right? We got Dungeness at Gonerfest 20. They fucking ruled, man. Now, like, Poison Ruin is a cool band on so many different levels. Okay, they have the band. First of all, they're heavy, man. But then there's hooks in there that are so cool that that would make a power pop band blush, right? But it's underneath this like these heavy tunes. It really blew my mind, and I love that record. I haven't really spent a lot of time with the newer record on Relapse. I'll check it out, but I loved that first one, and live. They were absolutely fantastic. Hands down, the loudest band at Gonerfest 20, and they ruled. You know what? I was talking about Cool Jerks being one of the biggest surprises for me, just because I wasn't too familiar. This next band I'm going to talk about was also a huge surprise for me. It's a band called the Corettes, and where are they from? I think it's Denmark. Yeah, they're from Denmark. I looked at them online, and to me it seemed a little sticky, right? I don't know. It seemed kind of. I'm going to tell you something right now, man. They shut me up because they played and they fucking ruled. I mean, it's two-piece. It's a female singer and guitarist and a dude drummer. It's just a two-piece, and they made a lot of noise for a two-piece. They were fucking great. And I will buy a record of theirs because they turned me, man. I was like, I don't know, And I watched the entire set and they killed it. I thought they were great. Marked Men played after that, some rock and power pop, and then the Mummies, man, another one that I got to cross off my bucket list. They were absolutely fantastic. The tunes are obviously. They're hard to beat, almost unbeatable. But what I loved seeing them live was their shtick, their stage banter is hilarious, man. Because they're all just like bumbling dummy mummies, and they're talking over each other and But they're in mid sentence and the guy counts off a song and boom, there they go. They just kill it and just such energy, a lot of fun. I loved seeing the Mummies. The Mummies and the Kids. Knocking them off my bucket list was just fantastic, man. It was really, really fun, and I'm honored that I live in a place where I could go see both those bands in one weekend. I think that's so cool. And and like I said, that Saturday night, the after show was absolutely insane. And I got to tell you, I'll show you two tapes that I bought at the fest. I'm going to show you two tapes before I leave you with a track. But this band I saw at the after party on Saturday, the first band called Real People. I think they're from Florida. This tape is so fucking good, man. And, it's weird because I like to think that I'm pretty hip on a lot of this stuff, but maybe not. I don't know, because all weekend people are telling me, hey, Saturday night you got to go to Hightone. You got to see Real People. I didn't, and this is not even really coming from other bands that I love, and they're like, you got to check them out, and I did, and their live set was so good. Just a young band, so full of energy, full of angst, great rock and roll songs, kind of like these like jungle rhythms. It's almost like Bo Diddley-ish, the drums sometimes, and I really fell in love with them. I thought they were fantastic, man. And the other tape I got was this TV Repairman 1-800-Mikey. Live, baby, in 2023. Pretty cool. There's actually some unreleased Mikey songs and TV songs on this, so it was a real treat to listen to. And let me take off this the Swamp Funeral record, the Evil Tree. We're gonna get unrooted, and then I'm gonna play one more song for you. I just want to say something before I go. Has anybody out there, if you're out there watching, have you bought the new Poison Ruin record? Do you like it? How does it hold up to the first one? Is it different, or I haven't really given it too much of a shot, too much of a listen. I would love to check it out though. It's kind of cool they got on Relapse though, right? Good for them. But that first one is so good, man. It locked you in the dungeon, baby. So the last one I want to talk about was this is kind of an emotional experience, I think, for a lot of people at the fest, because a lot of people were close with this person, and even if you didn't know him, if you're a punk rocker or rock and roller, you really grew up listening to a lot of these tunes, and that was the King Louie Memorial family band, and I really, really enjoyed the set. Because I love King Louie, and I love a lot of the songs that he wrote. And what was great about the set was it was just a great mix of like his whole career. I mean, you got stuff from like Missing Monuments and Cajun SS, and like just all the band, like all these great songs that he wrote throughout his life. And to me, none more important than this last song I'm going to play for you. So just like they did a little tribute to King Louie at Gonerfest with this band, which was absolutely phenomenal. It was people who played with him throughout his life, and it was really fun. They did a great job, and I loved it. This is my little thank you to King Louie for really writing one of the songs that was such a huge part of my teenage years in a band that I loved so much. This one goes out to him. Rest in peace, man. And thank you for all the rockin' tunes. And this is, you'll know this song. Thank you, everybody, for watching from the Fink, from the Kid. Be good to each other, but most importantly, you gotta be somebody, baby. This is the Exploding Hearts. I'm a pretender, baby. Rest in peace, King Louie. Thanks, everybody, for watching. Until next time, baby. Cheers out there. Thanks for riding with the kids.